Today is May 25th, 2025. This is the Klamath River. I'm making my way down. This is where Camp Creek comes in. I'm making my way down to where the former dam used to be. That's looking up the Klamath River. You can see the ground is still pretty cracked down there. I'll pan out so you can kind of see what this whole area is looking like. Lots of birds up here today. I've been hearing them all up here above the road, near the road. But I'm making my way down towards the former dam site. Sounds like there's a car coming. So I'm gonna pause it and head on down the road. I drove down just a little bit. That's where Camp Creek comes in. Sounds like there's a car coming. Sorry, when I zoom in, sometimes it gets a little shaky. This is kind of what this area is looking like right here. Just for perspective. That's what it looks like upstream. Camp Creek comes in right there. So I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna head down the road. This is a little further down the road. You can see part of this in the previous spot. I'm gonna pause and go around the tree. This is what it's looking like up the Klamath River. And that's where Camp Creek comes in. And actually those trees right there, I have it in the Camp Creek video, but those trees right there were helicoptered in over the week. In this video, I'll show you where the helicopter was parked during the week. I think that that's where he was picking up the trees from. But there's trees up Camp Creek. I saw trees up Jenny Creek, and then up at the Copco region, there's trees in the new Beaver Creek area. Somebody did some research, knew some people to contact. It is said that it cost each of those trees about $2,500 to fly in from this site over here by Iron Gate. But this is kind of what the Klamath River is looking like right there. That's a good spot where Camp Creek comes in. So I'm trying not to move, but the further I zoom in, the shakier it gets. But anyways, I'm gonna continue on down the road. So I'm around the bend from where I was just at. And that would be looking down towards where the former Iron Gate dam used to be, around in that bend. You couldn't see it from here. Looks like it's definitely flowing lower than the last time I was up here. And I was going to show you that area right up in there is where the helicopter and some of the vehicles were at that they were, I guess, transporting the logs from, at least that came into Camp Creek. I don't know if they also took them from this area over to Jenny Creek in Copco. I'm not sure. But that is the region where the helicopter and the vehicles were sitting earlier in the week. And to get to Camp Creek from here, it's kind of hard to see. But they would have probably flown over that mountain region and like up that direction would be where Camp Creek is. But this is what this area is looking like. It was sunny when I started the day off. It's a little more greener up here than the last time I was up here. We have had some rain, so I'm sure that that's helped out. Our mountains actually still do have some snow on them. Let me see if I can find that mountain range way back there is Goose Nest. I don't know if you can see, but it still has some snow on it. Wives' Tales here says you don't, at least in Montague, Grenada, that area, you don't plant your garden until the snow is gone. And this would be the Willow Creek area. You can see that there's still some snow up there as well. A lot of times by this time of the year, most of the snow is gone. There's not much left, but we are at the end of May. We've been in the 80s, 70s, and 80s this week. This coming week, we're supposed to hit 90s. I think 90 by Wednesday, and I think later in the week, more towards the weekend, we could be 95 or 96. The weather keeps changing, so I'm not going to hold my breath. It can change by then. But everything up here, all over where they planted and where they didn't plant, you can kind of see the difference where the lake line was. The lake line. Hold on, let me. Trying to figure out which lens I'm in. Sorry, that's my finger. So the lake line, you can kind of see where the lake line was, where that little bench is. So everything up here is still pretty green, which is good. Not sure how long it will stay green, but we'll take it while it's here. But you can see the line where the lake used to be compared to where it's at now, where the river is. So the whole area is still pretty green. You can tell where they planted. I think some of our poppies are starting to close now that the sun is going away. I know that they said that they were going to open up some of the day use areas up here, but there's nothing open around the Iron Gate area. The only place that I can see that they opened up here is Fall Creek. All the other areas, I didn't go all the way around Copco, but there's nothing really on the north side of Copco. But around Iron Gate, I didn't see any of the day use areas open. They still all say no trespassing and are fenced off. The only thing above the dam site that I've seen open to the public that was previously closed is Fall Creek. The other day use area, I'll be going by it, was over there. That is still closed off to the public. I'll show you when I go by. But so far every area I've gone by around Iron Gate is still closed. The only porta potty that I saw up here, if anybody's wanting to come visit, the only one that I saw is at Fall Creek. That's, I don't know, at least a half an hour's drive, depending on how fast you drive it from here. 25 minutes, half an hour. So that's the only ones that I saw today. I'll have to see if there's anything down by the Iron Gate boat launch, but I'll let you know when I get there. So I'm going to pause it and I am going to go ahead and go on up the road.